Oh, hello. Some good wine. How's it going? It's me, the Triggered Man. Today I'd like to talk about the joys of new weapons in our game, Warframe. You know, and when they release, the honeymoon phase that ensues. How some weapons just feel like the best weapons, and then all of a sudden that honeymoon ends and you see the flaws, the things that are wrong with its character, its personality, its just general ability. And today we're going to talk about a weapon that has the same problem that I'm talking about. That weapon is called the Exergis. Sorry, I'm not good with remembering names. Maybe that's why my wife left me. Anyway, so let's get right to it, shall we? Like many shotguns in Warframe, the Exergis is an expert of ripping and tearing the closest enemy unfortunate enough to get close to its barrel of pure explosive energy. This weapon on paper and in practice is one of the most destructive creations we've been able to use in our foundries. This weapon, much like our current best shotgun, the Tiger's Prime, is a beast! It hit hard! And it's no stranger to my personal friend. Everybody, hit me with that drum roll. Drum roll, please. 100% status. Yes, folks, you heard me right. This weapon does have the ability with dual stat mods to reach 100% status. God bless you, Steve. To achieve 100% status, all you need to add to the weapon is 3 out of the 4 of these mods: Scattering Inferno, Frigid Blast, Shell Shock, and Toxic Barrage. Not only this, but other than arc-wing weapons like the Flectus, the Exergis has the highest base damage of any primary weapon in the game. Unfortunately though, something that generally makes me sad to see is that the weapon comes with a D polarity. In my build, we won't be needing this polarity at all, so it's not a useful slot to us, which, you know, that's a feels bad, man. The Exergis also makes use of our most meta damage type, Slash, and deals a metric fuck ton of it, as well as the oh so juicy radiation damage it comes with. And with 100% status, you'll be proccing this shit like it's nothing. However, and this is a big fucking however, by the way, something that is majorly hindering the effectiveness of this weapon is its magazine size of 1 shot per clip and its huge damage fall off and spread at distance. The spread on this weapon makes getting that 100% status kind of frustrating at times, because if your pellets ain't hitting, then you ain't getting all that status off. Thankfully though, that whack-ass base damage fucking annihilates anything in this weapon's path, making this issue only relevant at levels where almost any weapon will struggle. The other thing I almost neglected to mention here is the fact that this ain't a hit scan weapon as well, so it does have projectile travel time, which can be a bit annoying, because if you miss the shot, you gotta wait like whatever the reload time is, like a second or something, before you can kill the enemy while you reload. So, now that we've covered the basics, let's get into that build I am personally using for this weapon. So, my Exergis is a 3-formant build in which I added 3 V polarities to. On the build, I took Prime Point Blank, Hell's Chamber for multi-shot, Seeking Fury for punch through, which is nice. This weapon already has punch through on it, but you can never argue with Seeking Fury. It's like just the tits in terms of shotgun mods. Toxic Barrage and Shell Shock, which gives us corrosive damage. Frigid Blast and Scattering Inferno, which will give us blast damage. And lastly, Vigilant Armaments to top the build off to give us some more juicy multi-shot. And like, I mean, if you look at the numbers on the left here, you can see exactly what I'm talking about with this bitch. It does a lot of fucking damage. There is no denying that. And lastly, as always, we will take this thing into the simulacrum so we can get a more controlled test so you can see exactly how this damage pans out. Alrighty kiddies, here we are in the simulacrum with the Exergis to test out its ability to kill high-level enemies. There's a build again for all y'all who are curious, and let's get right to it. These are level 100 corrupted heavy gunners. So let's see what it can do. It's decent. Like, the thing with this weapon is it's definitely not the best shotgun, but it is totally fine for a mastery rank 11 weapon. Like, this is a lot of damage still. Like, these are level 100 enemies, and it's pretty much ripping through them. The big issue, though, as I'm sure you guys have noticed, is this reload time is just not, like, good enough to warrant this only having one bullet in the clip, I mean, sorry. Like, still a lot of damage for one shot, but at level 100, I'm expecting this thing to one-hit people. Like, even to just compare with this catch move secondary, like it's doing similar amounts of damage. Anyway, it's still really good, and I can't really complain about it. It does a lot of damage. Yeah, this is the Exergis in a test. Yeah, here's all the stats and stuff if you guys are curious. This is what I'm rocking on it. Anyway, thank you guys so much. Actually, hold on, I just realized before I do the outro. You gotta have an outro, guys. You could replace this with Chilling Reload. That would work too. That might be better, actually, because you already have Punch Root on this weapon normally. If you can see that here, we're adding 1.2, so you have 0.5 normally. And if you don't have Prime Point Blank, obviously just use regular Point Blank. But yeah, that's what I would say. Anyway, yeah. Thanks for listening to the video, guys. It's been a pleasure having you. Hope you tune in next time. It's been your boy, the Triggered Man. Goodbye, children.